So this is the week before Ruggerfest. It's the week before Nebraska-Omaha. It's the week before Nodaway County coming down. It's a busy week we have going on here.
Yeah, it sure is, mate. Like, we've got nine guys heading out to Aspen, which is awesome. It's a great endorsement for the program. It's a good opportunity for these guys to stretch themselves a little bit. You know, the likes of Ombak and the Raptors will be out there. The American Raptors from Glendale, they'll be there as well. So it's a really tough competition to play in, but really good for them as development as players, and also to perhaps get some eyes on them from talent scouts, etc. So that's a good opportunity for them. And then, yeah, home, mate, we're booked solid with two. I think they're going to be two really good games for our club side and a mixture of our college side as well. It's a great opportunity for the club guys to get some time in with the college guys as well. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm going to miss not being here this weekend, but I think it'll be fantastic for the club.
So who else going with you from the club to play in Aspen?
So we've got a fair chunk of our forward pack. So George Barron, Jack Bowersox, Trevor Lister, Quentin Piffy, John Koenig, Nick Hafford. And then in the backs we've got Luke Connor, Chandler Owens is coming back, Khalil Allen, and Darius Harris, who's transferred from K-State over to us now.
So there's not a lack of rugby, because 2 weeks from now we're hosting 4 matches here with the 2 women's games plus our regular college side plus our club side. But this past weekend we actually didn't get to play any. We were supposed to be in Manhattan playing at K-State on Friday night. What happened there?
So we got a call late, well, you know, about 3 o'clock Friday afternoon from their captain, who's a good fella, good young fella, said that the field that they had was double booked and it wasn't available, and they'd searched high and low to find a suitable alternative but couldn't. So it was, yeah, it's one of those situations. It's just unfortunate, you know. You really want to get out there and play.
But we will get to play them, right, in Manhattan?
Yeah, so it wasn't a forfeit situation. We basically came back to them and said, look, we just really want to play you. So we found an alternative date, which is the 29th of October.
Okay.
We are supposed to be playing City that weekend, and hopefully if K-State don't have enough to give us a club side game, then hopefully we can tee something up with City still.
Great.
But it's really important that we get those HOA games in order.
So we do want to play them, of course, but maybe it wasn't the worst thing that we had a weekend off after playing Colorado, and then having a tough match against Indiana the week before that.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at those situations 2 ways, I think. One is you can look at it as a recovery time, or you can look at it and say, look, we just need to keep playing rugby and get match conditioned. Yeah, we had a few injuries, there's no doubt. A little bit of sickness in the group as well. But I think that's going to happen throughout the season anyway. So, yeah, on one side, you know, look at the positives on the other.
All right. Was there any change in strategy after seeing the team play the first 2 weeks against those Division I schools, or is it business as usual moving on here?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't think we need to change anything helicopter view. I think there's some parts of our game that we certainly need to improve, and we had a really great honesty session on that Tuesday where we whiteboarded all the things that we did wrong and put our hands up and you know, had a really good honesty session, and that's important. People can feel comfortable to say how they were feeling, etc. And yeah, against Indiana, we didn't play well. We didn't get the ball. When we did have the ball, unfortunately, we gave it back to their back three, who were dynamic. And we didn't learn from, like, during the game, we didn't learn what, you know, where not to go and where to go. So I think if we had our time over again, we'd play that game a lot differently. But that's what it's for, right? It's just a learning experience. I think the scoreline was not reflective of the game. You know, those scores that run right up there, you really question how competitive the team was. But, you know, we kept going, we kept pushing. So, and we scored a really good try as well against them. And we spent quite a bit of time in their red zone. We just couldn't convert into points.
You mentioned an honesty session. We had that. Tonight we're doing some yoga stretching with a yoga instructor. A lot of this doesn't feel like the old school traditional type of, you know, approach to sport.
Yeah.
Why do you like to include all these different elements?
Yeah, that's a good question, Marcus. So having played rugby for a long time when I was younger, I think looking back on it, there were parts of the game that I think could have been coached differently. And I always like to challenge that, right? So, I don't think it's all about the shout, scream, push-ups, burpees, etc. I think it's about fostering an environment, where the kids are fit and they're playing at the highest possible level they can. They also need to, with the yoga stuff, they need to recover. With those honesty sessions, they need to feel comfortable and connected to each other. They need to have confidence on the field. So if you can't give them the tools to do that, then you're not getting the most out of them. It was something that we did a lot of towards last year, the end of last year, and I saw great results from these guys by just doing things a little bit different and flipping things on its head. Also, just talking to other coaches around the globe about their techniques, and I think it's changing globally. I think that rough, gruff, tumble coaching in rugby is a dying art.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be a big week coming up. Aspen, 2 matches at home. What else do we have to look forward to?
So the week after that, we've got, like you said, that women's weekend at Westwick, which is awesome. It's women's rugby back at Westwick for the first time in I don't know how long. I'm going to say 10 years. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a really good festival event out here. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to celebrate women in rugby, both the players, spectators, and the support that we as guys get every week from our respective partners, etc. So that's going to be really fun. We've got some really tough games coming up. We've got our alumni weekend. The season is in full swing. Yeah,
it is. Is there anything else you'd like to share or let everybody know about?
No, nothing at the moment, mate. I think, just implore all our supporters to come on out, enjoy the rugby. It's going to be really exciting this year, and I think we've got a good opportunity to really shake up the competition again.
Great. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Marcus.